rum, Sprite, Curacao, and Sprite. Curacao, and it's blue. So all righty, it's good too. All righty. Also, I think I'm correct. There will be a T-shirt will be raffled off. It's one like the one she has on, like that. It's a T-shirt will be raffled off. So, so okay, thank you. So make sure you get a raffle ticket. Wait a minute. Now, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Make sure I'll go around and make sure you get a raffle ticket. Just take one, please. While you're here, though, now next Sunday, we do have a Valentine's show. It's from 4 to 8. So it's really going to be a show, so bring your significant other or someone else's significant other, whatever, but come on out and have a good time. It's from 4 to 8. We do have a comedian, Mother Emma Jean D. Wright. We have Johnny K, the one-man band. And you're going to have a full meal, beginning with the tossed salad, and then you have prime rib and stuffed chicken breast and the veggies and, beverage, rolls, dessert. So $35. We would like for you to get your ticket in advance. I do have tickets today, so anybody wants to get one today, just let me know. So we'll make sure that we have enough to feed everyone, because the line may be all the way down to the curb. And so we want you to get your ticket early, so give us a call. If not, if you can call me on my cell phone. That's the best way to get me. So I think that's it, because kickoff is going to be in a few minutes, and I know everybody's ready for that. So I'm going to make sure that everybody gets a ticket, and I hope I'm in the T-shirt. Okay, all righty. So enjoy yourselves.
Round of applause. The house has spoken.
All right.
So now, as Miss Jack is going around giving me the raffle tickets, let me kind of briefly explain to you what this whole venture is about. We partnered with Miss Jack and her family, along with many friends, family and friends that are in the background, folks that you see making all this stuff happen, to present this type of event in this type of environment, because our whole purpose is to give back to the community. And we wanted to recognize it through the fan base and fan loyalty of individuals that are Panther fans, yeah, right? Yeah. So this is going out live, live as a stream on Facebook. So we're actually advertising as we speak. We're eating, we're having a good time, we're married, getting ready for the game. But we also want to recognize the people that make this happen. So, in conjunction with Tommy B, aka DJ Real of House 90.1, and Dar Nick Stevenson, Sunday Social, and since Kambahi, I want to call Dara up to the stage as we continue with our community news feeds. So, Ms. Nick Stevenson, come on up, please.
Thank you all for coming out and enjoying and taking part of the festivities. I'm glad to be a part of this experience with the Mind Group, Brian Strickland, Tommyetta Brown, Tommy B, aka DJ Real, also of Real Soul Foundations, and my business venture, which is launching this year, called Since Kambahi. Some of you may have heard of the Kambahi River. It's a river that runs through South Carolina, and it is the river that Harriet Tubman, during the Civil War, used to lead slaves to freedom.
All right.
And so, taking that name means a lot. And bringing what I bring to this,
you've got mail.
Ultimately, it reminds me to remind all of you that even though we come out to celebrate on a social level, that we also come out to recognize culture, community, and purposeful conversation. And even though this day marks the 50th SuperBowl, and we have playing the Carolina Panthers and the likes of players like Cam Newton, who signify not just that he's an awesome quarterback, but that he's a role model and a mentor for all youth, but particularly African American youth, we need to pause to be conscious not just in Black Futures Month, but also every day of the year to recognize that things have happened that still matter now. Today, in fact, marks the 29th birthday of Sandra Bland. And those of you who may have heard that name know that she is the woman who was murdered by a Texas state trooper. And the case went to a grand jury, and the officer was not found guilty. Also, Friday marked the 21st birthday of Trayvon Martin. Had he lived, he would be 21 years old today. Trayvon Martin reignited the dream and catalyzed the Black Matters movement, Black Lives Matter movement that is in full effect today. And so what I want all of you to do with that is just to pause, to reflect, to remember, but to vote with your voice and also vote with your feet, and to recognize that everything we do has a critical purpose and that things will not change locally for us on the ground and for Black youth or young adults like Trayvon Martin and Sandra Bland who lost their life unless we exercise our right to vote in local elections, which in many respects, as we see here in North Carolina, is more important than the national election, but certainly in the national election, to ensure that we do not have to bury more Trayvon Martins and more Sandra Blands. So this is what Fans Night Out is about. It's a collective of coalitional engagement, but we come together to celebrate, but we also come together to focus on our culture and our community. And really, you know, we couldn't think of a better place to do it other than Jackie's Place, because this is a historical landmark for those who do not know. And it has been a bedrock and a pillar in this community. And if you need a history lesson or a reminder, as we are in Black History Month, all you need to do is step outside and look at the murals on the building and the plaques and the accolades that adorn the building on the inside and out. And we are thankful to Miss Jackie, and we look forward to many more opportunities to host Fan Night Out here.
All right. So, you know, I'm kind of like the guy who, you know, runs point with it a little bit, and that's been designated to me by my teammates, right? But, you know, no man can run by himself. We have a great team to produce this type of event. And a little bit about the Mind Group is a nonprofit organization located right here in High Point, and it stands for Moving in a New Direction. And our specialty is community outreach and youth development programs, planning and consulting. So we linked up with these wonderful people to bring this event to you, one of many, as we will do this one Sunday per month going forward, to have these type of gatherings, these type of community news feeds, and more importantly to acknowledge and create a platform of exposure for our youth. So, with that being said, I have a voice represented from the youth generation, particularly from the young hip-hop generation, and I want you to give this man just a few minutes of your time, a couple minutes. Rob, come on up here and just give us some perspective. This is Rob Lanier, the son of my good friends Richard and Linda Lanier, and he's a local artist right out of High Point. So we'll be doing more things to, you know, create exposure for young men just like this, so that their voices can be heard, to Ms. Dar's point. So Rob, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about your perspective and what you think this type of venue could be for people that are your age.
Sounds good. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point, because that's what I believe in. I think there's a very powerful opportunity for community outreach, for helping the youth do both athletic exposure, music, creative in general, and that's a positive thing. We're going out to Greensboro so many times, and we've seen how so many young people can get together and we don't bug out, we don't act a fool, we go for the music, we have fun. And it's time to bring it to our town and let them show that we can do it too. And a place like Miss Jackie's, which going up the street, going to school up the street on Washington Street, I had no idea it was even here. And coming in here, I was inspired the second I saw it. And honestly, as far as everybody who knows who I might be on Facebook, and I'm going to tag all my people, right? And let's get out here, boy, because it's HBNC, and I swear we can do it.
Rob Misfit Lanier, he's a local artist right here in this area, and trust me when I tell you he is an artist, he is truly an artist. He's not one that's making a lot of noise with no purpose. Forgive me if that kind of sounded a little brash and to the point, but he is truly an artist, you know, by nature and by call. And that's what we want to do. So, that being said, so as we move forward, we'll start doing more productions like this where we'll bring in our young talent. We wanted to bring it here in High Point because I am from High Point, Brian Strickland. I am the grandson of the late, great Catherine and Clarence Strickland, my grandparents, and their names are on the swimming pool right up here at Washington Terrace Park, the J.C. Strickland swimming pool. So my grandfather, you know, as the good word says, left an inheritance for his children's children. I am of that generation. So now I'm just carrying that to bring more programs and planning to the youth, and particularly to our organization, to our community, right? So now, with that being said, Fans View Sports is what we'll continue to promote here in conjunction with Fans Night Out. And Fans View Sports is an online sports talk and debate show from the fans to the fans. Do we have any fans in the house? Do we have any sports fans in the house? All right. So this is some of the things that we'll do, but the caveat or the uniqueness of our brand will be how we drill down into the local level and we start promoting for our young aspiring athletes. You know, Ray, who scores 5 touchdowns per game and has a 3.5 GPA and is out of trouble and is a candidate for scholarship at whatever university. Ray needs to get a little bit of exposure, right? So the community can get behind Ray and make sure Ray go do the thing. Then he start and he finish his journey, then he comes back to his community and learn how to give back. That's what we're trying to teach here, and this is what this is promoting. So, as we continue to move forward and build this event, you'll see more of our youth being promoted, more being exposed, more people coming out from various cities, right? We got visitors coming in from different cities, so you'll see more of this soon to come. Now, flipping the page so we can go ahead and get ready for the game. Who thinks that the Broncos have a chance? And we got to hold it hush. Now, who thinks the Panthers are going to dominate the day? Now, you fans in the building now, understand, whenever we start talking sports, now I'm a man of perspective, so I like to understand what your viewpoint is and why you feel that way. Not just out of emotion, but because, you know, I like to promote, you know, knowledge of the game and, you know, what we know about this, that, and the third sports talk, right? Just like your average sports talk and debate show. So why do you think that the Panthers are going to dominate this game?
Because they're winners.
Okay, because they're winners. And what makes them a winner?
All of them.
The confidence.
The confidence. All right. Okay. So they're going. So the dedication. The dedication to what? Being a good team. Being just somebody who dabs on. Being about the kids. What makes the Panthers
Cam has built a team around him. He has been there 5 years.
Okay.
And he has almost handpicked his people. People want to think that Cam just came out yesterday. He's been there 5 years. He's built the team around him. His defense holds up. Amen.
Preach. Okay, what the amen? Because she's one of our visitors. This is Miss Coop. Will you please state your name, ma'am?
C. Coop.
C. Coop.
Yes. Represent Washington, D.C.
D.C. in the building.
Yes.
So,
shout out to Mind Group. CG was in the building. And pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, bro.
And for all the youth, I co-sign Boring.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So we got yes, ma'am. We got a perspective in the crowd.
I feel like they will win because this last season we've seen more haters
Amen.
than we've seen lovers.
That's right.
Of the Panthers, but this last week we've seen it targeted at Cam. But the thing of it is when I've heard this in a sermon, when you've got stumbling blocks, you use those stumbling blocks as stepping stones. And so my prayer is that the Panthers will use the stumbling blocks to turn them into stepping stones to a Super Bowl 50 win over the Broncos.
There you go.
And my thing is this.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he going to do that Superman move, baby. He going to do that. Pump. Pump. And they going to win.
I want to add to that. When they lost to the Falcons the second time, somebody, I think it was my good friend Erica, put it in perspective. And that is, their loss allowed them to step back and become humble because they had really gotten confident. And that's okay. But everybody loses. And I think they were able to step back and say, okay, let's refocus.
Right.
You know, we did the damn thing. We're going to continue to do the damn thing.
Right.
But we can be beat.
Right.
So let's regroup and let's move forward and let's get to the Super Bowl. And that's what has happened.
And that's what has happened. So now you didn't have to hear it from me. You heard it live from the fans. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what this is all about. Fans night out here at Jackie's place. And, you know, we're going to get ready for this kickoff. So if anybody's out there in Facebook land checking this out live via Ustream, live stream and download, come out to Jackie's place. We got food, we got drinks, we got the game, we got beautiful people from in town, out of town, local, wherever. We're here as family representing our communities, representing this brand of community outreach and programming at Jackie's Place. So, that being said, we're going to keep pounding right here at Jackie's Place, getting ready for the game. My name is Brian Strickland. I am with the Mind Group. Shout out again to my friends, Tommy B, a.k.a. DJ Real, Darnick Stevenson, with Sis Kambahi, Miss Jackie, Rashonda, and family. And, of course, my technician right here is Ray Ingram with Avanti. And what can I say? This is who we are. Much love to you.